Hey, this is Matt once again. What about in the video? The paid request, this time from Yule. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, this is for a film that has two titles. One is The Black Sheep Affair, and the other is another Meltdown. I don't know which title to use. I might use another Meltdown because I think that's what people in America would see it. Because there's a Jet Li film called Meltdown, which overseas was called High Risk. And it was kind of a Die Hard type of movie with Jet Li. But in here it's called Meltdown. I guess, even though there's no relation, they try to make it as a sequel to Meltdown by the title. So whether I call it The Black Sheep Affair, another Meltdown, one way or another, it stars Vincent Chow, or Zhao. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's a guy, from what I understand, that took over Jet Li with Once Upon a Time in China 4 and 5. And people thought of him as kind of a, I don't know if they thought of him as a knockoff Jet Li, or a wannabe Jet Li, or will he be the new Jet Li? But, which is an unfair comparison. This is one of those movies that I liked. I would say it's only alive when the action kicks in, but thankfully the action is pretty consistent in the movie. Just the plot is pretty straightforward. You have a Chinese cop who's part of this group dealing with this hijacking of a plane. Another cop gets killed, so he gets onto the plane, fucks up the bad guy, saves the people but gets punished and sent to this European country that I don't know why they made up a European country. Here it's Lavernia. For a second I thought it was the fucking country that Dr. Doom was in, but no, that's a different name. No, this is Lavernia. I'm like, what, of Laverne and Shirley? Is there a Shirley? Yes, I'm positive. Don't call me Shirley. But for some reason they made up another country called Lavernia. And maybe they love Laverne and Shirley there. I don't know. When he gets there, he meets his new partner. They're at the airport, and pretty quickly there's bad guys that kill some Interpol. They chase him down, and they catch this Japanese terrorist. So a chunk of the film is either them escorting this guy or helping out this ambassador. I think it's a Chinese ambassador that's in Lavernia. Also the bits where he's getting to know this old girlfriend who he doesn't want to give the time of day because she left China because it was too dangerous. And he's like, you can't leave your country no matter what. So he kind of shuns her a bit. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess some would say this is very propaganda of China, because you should never leave China, and you left it, you're shunned, or oh, the Japanese, you gotta deal with the Japanese, and Japanese temperatures. I don't know, I mean, that could be a bit of, I can see what people mean, but that could be a stretch, because you just say that about American films, and oh, the Russians, and now you just picked someone to fight. And you're very, despite the faults, you love your country. I can understand that. U.S. of A. has a lot of faults, but I still love my country. Even though there's a lot of things that fucking needs fixing. I'll say that. But I don't want to go anywhere else either. So it's that, whole thing. So I mean, some people may feel that way. I don't know. I think that I can understand in this movie where the makers of the film were coming from. They're proud of their country. Now, when the action happens, which this is pretty consistent, it's fun. It's fun Hong Kong action. Vincent, pretty good in his movements, very fast in his punches. The direction is competent in his action scenes. trying to think. Like on the plane, he has these super fast punches. Although I thought it was weird because, speaking of that plane sequence, there's a bit he shoots the bad guy and the bad guy gets up, so I'm assuming the bad guy has body armor. Like bulletproof vest. But then, a couple seconds later, the lead guy, Vincent, is right in his chest. I'm like, is he punching the bulletproof vest? Or did I miss something? Because again, I'm sure he shot the guy in the chest and he has a vest on. So when he's punching the guy, is he punching the bulletproof vest? Wouldn't that break his fingers? I'm like, that's not going to do anything. The bullets can't get through. I don't think your fist going to do anything. But maybe I missed something. If I did, Yule, feel free to let me know. But he kills a guy, breaks his neck in a certain way. Like he's sent overseas. The stuff with the girlfriend, whatever. Stuff with the partner, the guy who plays partner did a fine enough job. There's this one little bit that's... They almost seem out of the blue, but maybe it's a culture thing. Where the guy's seen in the bar and then Vincent comes in. They do this impromptu dance routine. But that might be a different culture thing that I don't understand, but is more common in Hong Kong or China. Where they do kind of this impromptu dance, but also, it's a dance but not a dance type of thing at a bar. There are some fun pieces of action. Hell, there's one bit that there's a guy in a tree. I swear he shoots the fuck out of this guy 20 goddamn times. And the camera, like, there's a camera look at the guy and it's swirling up or swirling down, and certain angles of the camera down here, or Dutch angles, or over here. Dutch angles kind of like you're tilted. Again, there's a bit he shoots a guy falls, guy's falling, guy's falling, I swear, guy shot like 20 fucking times. When they go for it, boy. There's this bit where the ambassador's ready to be taken and they're protecting him and they're shooting all these bad guys on rooftops. And again, you get some decent gunfight, firefights. Like I said, Vincent moves well enough. This is one bit that I swear they were inspired by Clear and Present Danger with Harrison Ford. Because they're protecting someone, they're in a vehicle, and they go back, and there's people shooting rockets, and they go front, and there's people shooting rockets. It's like they're caught in between these people with rockets. That did remind me of Clear and Present Danger. But they do a little bit of Hong Kong, where a guy shoots a rocket, and then Vincent has to kick open the door, so the rocket goes through the windshield, out the door. They blow up the thing behind them. The finale and the mansion was fun. Spoiler alert. Like I said, if you're a sucker for Hong Kong action films, it's worth a look. The story may be it's very been there, done that. The characters, meh. I mean, nothing to run home about. Like, Vincent did fine. Even the other actors did fine, but again, you have the romance that kind of doesn't go a whole lot. I like a lot of these movies, a romance that doesn't really go anywhere. Again, I don't know if that's a culture thing or something else. That happens a lot. Like, you have a romance that doesn't really go anywhere. And it's like, well, why bring it up in the first place then? But the mansion, I mean, the girlfriend, the ambassador there, he gives himself up. His buddy comes in. And you did a cool fight. I mean, a really cool fight between our lead and the bad guy. Good hard-hitting punches and kicks. There's a bit of sword play. It's funny, when Yule sent in the request, it's like, watch out, there's a Rambo moment. I'm like, what? I get what he means, because again, spoilers. I was surprised this happened, I will admit. This did surprise me. The girlfriend goes back to help the guy. the guy's getting shot because these assholes are in this helicopter, and she shoots at it and she gets shot and killed. Did not expect her to get killed. I will admit that was surprising. And then of course our lead guy's pissed. He gets the machine gun, blows up, shoots the helicopter, and blows it up. I would say not so much a Rambo moment. I would call it a Red Scorpion moment. I like it better in Red Scorpion. I like that movie better, but like Rambo had the C4 tipped explosive arrow. Yeah, I call this a Red Scorpion moment. Because if you don't remember, that's a kick-ass Dolph Lundgren film, and one of my favorite moment, and he has that fucking cool-ass machine gun. I don't know what it's called. If anyone knows what that machine gun Red Scorpion's called, let me know in the comments. And Dolph turns and just blows the shit out of the helicopter. I'm like, yeah! No. Fuck yeah! It's the same machine gun that he blew that guy's arm off. And it was supposed to blow the head off, but Savini didn't have enough time to do it. I wish they did. Because Savini worked on the effects of Red Scorpion. At the end, they were going to blow the head up, but then Joseph Zito, I just forgot about it, or said, nah, never mind. And I wish he let Savini did. But, yeah, so it has this Red Scorpion moment where, and it's a cool explosion because the helicopter is right by the mansion and it blows up, and then it cuts to a guy, our lead blasted back. That's a cool moment. Like, this has a pretty cool ending. It has a cool fight, cool explosion, cool Red Scorpion moment. Fucks up the bad guy. I wish he fucked up the bad guy a different way, though. Because I think that he was a bit silly. Because the guy, somehow, the bad guy grabs him, and the good guy grabs the bad guy. But the bad guy's, like, up high. You know how in wrestling they did the suplex, and when people are so powerful, they, like, let it stay there so the guy is straight up? Well, this is what happens, and then he throws the guy, kicks him, the guy falls through. I wish it was a bit different of a death scene, whether he like beats the fuck out of him, then shoots him, or beats him up, puts a grenade in him, blows him up, or... That would have been fun if he blew up the helicopter, then he fights the guy and he tipped the guy into the burning helicopter, or tipped him and the guy got impaled by the helicopter blade, or... I don't know, I'm just thinking of other stuff, but not bad. It's just, I wish there was a little bit more to it, but not bad. I guess I was hoping it's just the whole thing where he grabs the guy and the guy's like, you know, just literally like ready for a suplex, is just stand up there as the throws him. It's like, you know, I don't know. But I like the extra kick to the guy's throat as he goes down. I did like that bit. And the hits look hard. They look ferocious. Like, the events are very fast with the punches. Like I say, if you like these type of Hong Kong action movies, it's worth a watch. Again, I'll probably label it another Meltdown because that might be easier for people to find. But it's also known as the Black Sheep Affair. But with that said, another Meltdown. Not a bad Hong Kong action movie. Like I said, the story and the character relationships are pretty middle of the road. But again, it's when the action kicks in, when you care. And I thought the action was fun. Action was fun, entertaining, diverting. You know, 90 minutes of my time. And didn't feel it was a waste. I thought, okay, I'm glad I saw this at least once. And even if you don't care about the dialogue, it's in parts on YouTube. Someone uploaded parts. That's if you don't care about the dialogue. But this might be a bit hard movie to find. I mean, I don't know about eBay, to be fair, but like online, it seems like a bit harder movie to find. So, but like I said, if you like Vincent Chow or you like Hong Kong action movies, decent, consistent amount of action, and at the very least, a fun time waster for your Hong Kong action collection. You know, I've seen much worse movies than this. As I said, just I wish a bit more with the characters, or the bit more of the other subplots. You know, that make it either more unique or more stand out from the pack in terms of story or in terms of, you know, other stuff. But like I said, the actions were counted, and it delivered fairly well on that for the most part. So with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.